Hafaday. My name is Al Borja, and I am an Environmental Program Director employed with the Department of the Navy. The views I express here are made in my personal capacity and do not necessarily reflect the views of the DoD or its components. In 2019, Joint Region Marianas entered into a partnership with GovGuam and Fish and Wildlife Service under the Readiness and Environmental Protection Integration Program to facilitate in the investment of natural resource conservation work on GovGuam lands. The investments are intended to benefit protected species of animals and plants and the habitats they rely upon. The REPI program is more commonly applied throughout the United States to resolve land use compatibility issues for civilian areas adjacent to military installations and ranges. REPI is intended to be a proactive effort and uses the Sykes Act in conjunction with the REPI statute to support the long-term viability of natural habitat for outcomes that must benefit both the military and the island community. REPI program rules prohibit the use of funds for mitigation of impacts on base. The long-term effort seeks to reduce constraints to military training and capabilities while also assisting the government of Guam build capacity to actively manage critical forest resources. Guam's limestone forests are important to the recovery of protected species such as the native fruit bat, or the fanihi, kingfisher, or the seahead, and the local cycad, or fadang. The Navy has received a cumulative $4 million towards a cooperative agreement to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, who will serve as the fiduciary for the off-installation conservation efforts on lands under GovGuam jurisdiction. The goal of the cooperative agreement is to improve priority habitats in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture and Fish and Wildlife Service. REPI is meant to promote beneficial projects such as pig and deer control, native plant species outplanting, invasive species control, and other habitat restoration actions that have durable benefit to listed species. The cooperative agreement with the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, including partners Ms. Chelsea Munya-Breck at Guam Department of Agriculture and Ms. Jackie Flores at Fish and Wildlife Service, will build much-needed capacity, foster collaborative partnerships, and implement landscape-level projects in support of our island-wide listed species recovery goals. This effort was made possible by finding common purpose, supported by individual agency mission, building rapport amongst key representatives, and developing the necessary formal agreements amongst partners. The REPI proposal itself must compete with other installations across the Department of the Navy. Guam's strategic location is a key driver in the competitiveness of our REPI proposals. The challenge continues to be how well the applicant can establish a link between the benefits of compatibility or conservation work to sustaining or streamlining training and operations. The hard work of implementation plan development is still ahead of us, but working with local experts to achieve our goal of 100 acres of forest enhancement and 500 acres of watershed management for the betterment of our island home gives us hope for the future. We continue to rely heavily upon inputs of GovGuam as the land manager, Fish and Wildlife Service as the protected species expert, and other stakeholders to prioritize investments in habitat parcels owned by the government of Guam. Guam REPI is a significant achievement amongst our local professionals who care for Guam's natural and cultural treasures. This partnership is born out of a strong sense of respect for the land and Guam's people, and we look forward to facing the growing challenges of conserving our forests with the help of our best and brightest talent. We must hope and find strength in our collaboration for our investments to bear fruit and to ultimately benefit our future generations. Thank you, and Suzus Masi.